Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Iyad Al Basha. I'm an immigration consultant, regulated immigration consultant, and welcome to Tamaam Immigration Services July 2026 update. Um, I put together this month update to go over a few changes that happened this month, but if you look at it at 2026 at all of the year, then these changes are significant. There are a lot of changes happened in 26 compared to other years. We notice also in 26 the express entry is moving faster than the previous years, and there is a lot of reduction of the of numbers for or the caps for study permit that shows the results of numbers have been decreased also a lot. So let's go over what are these changes. So if you look at the target, the announced target from the government for study permit, the government wants only 155,000. For work permit, it wants only 385,000, and for permanent resident, they announced they want 380,000. And and if we look at the backlog or the history which has happened, not related to this year plans, there is around 423,000 study permit almost, and almost 1.5 million work permit holders. The total is around 2.2 million people with study permit and work permit. That make it very challenging of these people to get PR because their number is much bigger than the this year and next year plans to get to give PR. And if we look in April only, there were around 5,000 study permit or new students that arrived to Canada. And that is 84% lower or fewer than the people who arrived in Canada in 2024. And the workers is in April 21,900 in April. That is 67% fewer than April 2024. So there is, in total, there is 73% fewer people arriving to Canada compared to April 2024. So that shows you that Canada was able to reduce number of temporary residents coming to Canada by a lot, like by more than 70%. And you can see also it put a lot of pressure of people who are currently in Canada on work permit, study permit, that they will get PR because the number of spots or applicants is basically a lot less than the number of actual people who are in Canada with work permit, study permit. And if you look at the named closed work permits, named work permits or closed work permit, you can see the number in 25 is less than the previous years. 26 is not yet out, but you can see that quarter two, how much, quarter three, how much is now compared to previous years. And I expect 26 to be worse, to be less, actually, more than that, because there are more laws have been out that explain that there's changes related to low wage. and that alone will reduce the numbers even more in this year. And if you look at the permanent resident, we talked about 380,000, but where the 500,000 coming from, 501,000 coming from? Actually, it's coming from these numbers down here. If you look at these numbers down here, it will show you that for in Canada, the people who are refugees, there is 115,000 will get PR this year. And for temporary residents, in addition to the 380,000, they will give 33,000 applicants PR, but it will be happening this year and next year. And actually, this did not start yet. And for temporary, so the total now is 148 plus the number here, it will become the 501,000. And if we dive more into the programs, if we dive into this, we can see that for for express entry there is 109,000 spots. For family sponsorship application, there is the number dropped from 114 to 84,000. That's a lot. That includes spouse, parents, and grandparents, and children, and also if we look at only parents and grandparents, I have found that there is a huge rejection rate, like a 25 from 17,860, only 10,000 were approved, and the same previous years. And also there is from the 2021 pool, there's still a lot not processed. That means for the next 3 years at least, there is no new draws, or there is no new applications or portal to accept the new applications. On this, because of this rate, 17,850, and the pool is high. And if we dive into the provincial, we see there is, for each province, there is a minimum and maximum number of spots or applicants. Many of these provinces, they go to the max every year, and we hope that this will continue this year, because otherwise there will be more challenges for people who are in Canada or who are waiting to get PR this year. We can see also for asylum, there is 49,000 spots, and there are two programs that are closed, which is the big programs, which is Group of Five and Community Sponsorship Stream, and leaving only sponsorship agreement holder, and leaving the majority of it to people who are from in Canada. And the number shows that these are the nationalities who are asking, have the highest number of this year requesting protection inside Canada. Okay, let's look at the express entry, and we will notice that this year there's a larger number of invitations, and it's not stopping. It made around 34 draws, and totally issued 89,000 invitation. That is a good progress compared to previous years. I think 2026 is a good year for express entry. But if we look at the history, and I'm sorry I didn't include 26, if we look at the history, we see the number of draws are not consistent through the quarters. And even if we compare them to previous years, like these three, they are not consistent. And the number of invitation is also is not consistent. So that is something to put in mind. We notice also that there is categories becoming standard since 25 and 26. They are following these categories, and not much, but not, at least announced, but not much uh, of giving a chance to all categories. Mostly they are now giving a chance for health and French and Canadian Experience class right now. We're hoping that they will put more draws for the other categories as well. So if your CRS is above 500, then you're okay. But if you are below 500, then you need you need help actually. So probably you give us a call and we will be happy to help. Let's dive to the some other numbers. Uh, we can see in the previous years that we have seen many numbers that are below 400, but this is not happening in 26. Also, we see the ONB is giving at a level of category in 25 and before, but 26 they are mostly on the knock level, not on the category level, and something to watch out. And also we notice in ONB that it is closed, and because the ONB actually terminated all the previous 7 streams and replaced them with 1 stream, and they promised this stream will open very soon in the summer. And we also notice that the backlog is becoming healthier and smaller because fewer applicants are approved, and we expect also because also temporary residents are much less this year. Uh, okay, as we said, number of temporary residents have been less by 73%. But let's look at rejection rate. Like if anybody would say to us why we say that we can't guarantee even PR, there is 6.7 rejection rate, and like we know that we handle rejection. We know how to handle rejection, but it's happening and it's annoying, but it is something that is happening, and we can see that is based on our findings. Some countries' rejection rate is higher than other countries, but overall it's 54% across all countries that requires TRVs. Uh, but none of the countries is blacklisted. All the countries are they allow them to apply, but because of the country condition and the highest the then the percentage of people who are at medium, at the middle or below middle class. Some countries, this class is above 80%. Some countries, this class is below 50%. That's why the rejection rate usually shows higher in some countries, more than other countries. Another thing is our RCI, our licensee, which is the College of Immigration, the one that provide license to marriage consultants, are going to make huge changes. And one of the changes is the way they handle the fraud. The fraud is done by immigration consultant and what we call is ghost consultants. So there is a process is in place, and there is also uh, there's a fund would be given to people who've been affected by fraud. Okay, and also I wanna introduce again a very close friend of us. He's working with us in the same shared offices. His name is Loki Sheen. He's a professional. He's dedicated and very professional, and he help people achieve their goals. Like if you are at CLB 6 or 7 and want to become CLB 9, he's the right guy. If you are a CLB 3 or 4, you want to become CLB 6, he is the right guy. If you are like 0 and you become 4, CLB 4, then also he can help you. So he will sit with the person and then will pick a plan and help him to achieve their goal. And thank you for listening. But let me summarize what I have said. Timber residents are declining. Express entry, they are going faster, 34 draws from first half of the year. That's a lot. ONB is restructuring. Uh, BC, British Columbia, they have invited 18 for entrepreneur this month. And we still think that visit visa is not anymore a form or a simple application. Is now we consider it a very complicated application, and with a refusal rate of 54. And you can book. You can go to our website tamaam.ca and book for a consultation. And thank you again.